We are putting mile marker signs out on the Rappahannock and Rapidan Rivers. We're starting at Kelly's Ford on the Rappahannock and taking it all the way down to Muddy Creek, basically on the Stafford, King George County line. And then on the Rapidan, we're going from Germanna all the way to the confluence with the Rappahannock. So those mile marker signs, they correspond with the water trail guide that the Friends of the Rappahannock puts out.
And it's wonderful. Yeah. But the problem is, you can see it in the book. When you get out on the river, the city of Fredericksburg property goes through 5 different jurisdictions, through Spotsy, Orange, Culpeper, Fauquier, and Stafford. So on a weekend night, I was getting sometimes 3 calls, 4 calls from 5 different jurisdictions saying a person's lost. And first thing I ask is, what do they see? Where are they at? And their response is, I see water, I see rocks, and I see trees. And we own 90 miles of waterfront.
And if you look at that map, you'll see on there, small little dots with numbers on them. Those are actually the miles for the river. So what that means is when you look at a number and you see like 110, for example, that point on the map is 110 miles from the mouth of the Rappahannock at the bay. One of our biggest challenges when it comes to rescue is locating people on the river. Especially when we get in the western portions of the river, it can be really difficult to find somebody. A call that we get on an often basis is a call for a missing or lost boater. And those typically come in the evening, and they will just give us the spot where they launched, and we'll have to go and find them. So with that, it could take us a really long time to try and find somebody. And these signs will be a help for that, because they can let us know that they're between, we can narrow it down to a mile, and hopefully pinpoint their location easier and get to them faster.
Stafford ran 131 water rescues last season, 17-man crew minimum, and then when you do the math, when they're out there from 4 to 8 hours, it was close to $160,000. Just because they can't locate a person who doesn't know where they're at. These people aren't stupid, there's just no mile markers. So hopefully we're going to take care of the citizens, we'll take care of the first responders, lower their time from 4 to 8 hours, maybe down to 1 or 2. That affects the economy, Stafford's economy, the way we've done it. Now all jurisdictions, because we're doing both the Rappahannock and the Rapidan, 5 jurisdictions, their rescue squads will be able to benefit from those signs. So for this whole region, it's a win-win for citizens, first responders, the economy, outfitters.
We put people on the river and we're encouraging recreation, and I think more people are enjoying the river than ever before. You can't go over the 95 bridge without seeing people in kayaks and stand-up paddleboards. But if we're going to promote usage of the river, we've also got to promote safety and life vest safety. These river markers are going to be a huge part of it. Being able to talk to people in the outfitter about where they're putting in, how far their trip is, having them be able to pinpoint that on a map. And it's just like when we hike, and now we're going to be able to do the same sort of orienteering for the river.
Especially if you're someone new on the river, just to be able to judge distances and know that you don't want to go too far, or you know where you're at.
Exactly, and there's no CVS on the corner, take a right when you're on the river. There's no point of distinction, and now all of a sudden we have mile markers to be able to direct people and for people to be able to identify where they're at, so the swiftwater rescue guys can come and help them out if they need it.